tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard it.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his first pass is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Cook on the toss left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They stop him. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
First down, Cleveland.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Porter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line.
Complete to Dalvin.
Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
3rd and 4.
A toss to Cook. And he's out right at the 25. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Cook. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Right at
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run. Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jacob Phillips.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Porter. And that's caught by Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. There's Smith Jr. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
The kicker on.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one on. Good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legless, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out at me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Gain of 12.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
First down.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
He was
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Browns ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku.
The pass.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A give. This is Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down. Porter. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Porter's
the first down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Porter is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Side Cook, and that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action. Porter. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Giving it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. corner. And that is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Porter. They remain to Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
They should have put a stamp on
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
The kicker on.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Browns first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's the 2nd and 7. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Browns are back within a score.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The PAT good, and we're drawing closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down in the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Porter setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Porter. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Cook on the toss left. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Porter sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Porter finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. From the gun, Porter. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. But he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 20.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. The 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shot as he tried to pull that one in, but couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
For it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And in a relatively quick... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by jmar24nj's. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Vikings 35, Browns 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
1st down, Browns.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
1st down, Cleveland.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 40-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. And Kevin Stefanski going to take a chance going for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the 2nd half.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week.